This is the scariest thing I will ever admit on the internet, but hi, I'm Lucy and I am in £12,000 of credit card debt. I know to some people that will feel like it's not very much, and to others that will feel like a hell of a lot of money to be in credit card debt too. For me personally, it feels very, very overwhelming and that we're never going to be able to get rid of it. For the longest time, I've held so much shame around the fact that I have that credit card debt. What started out as putting a holiday on the credit card, nothing crazy, has then turned into we have a house renovation and there's things that we have to pay for to get the house done to be able to sell it and recoup our money. So we've put that on the credit card. Realistically, we haven't been using it to fund some crazy lifestyle that we can't keep up with. But nonetheless, it's still there. It's still something that we have to pay off. And with the current cost of living and all of our bills increasing literally every single month, it honestly sometimes feels like we're on a sinking ship and there's no way out. I've actually wanted to come on here for a really long time and talk about it, but at the same time, by not talking about it, it feels like I can kind of ignore it and pretend that it's not there. I know that so many other people are probably in the same situation as me. With social media usually only being a highlight reel with all the best things shown, I feel like
this girl is £12,000 in credit card debt, but it didn't come from living a crazy lifestyle. It started with a holiday, and then she used the card again to renovate her house. The plan was to sell the property, make some money, and clear the debt. But the house hasn't sold as quickly as expected, and now the interest and normal household bills are making everything much harder. She feels like she is paying every month, but barely reducing the balance. The biggest problem was relying on future money to clear today's debt. What seemed manageable at first has now turned into £12,000, and she is struggling badly to keep up. Let's see the next video.
I have probably the most credit card debt out of anybody else on this app, and it is because I am addicted to spending money. It does not matter if I have the money or not, I'm going to spend it. As soon as it hits my bank account, it's gone. As soon as it hits my savings account, it's gone. As soon as I have money available on a credit card, it's gone. I spend and I spend and I spend and I spend and I spend, and I go to the store and I'm like, oh, I need that. Oh, I need that. Oh, I want this. Oh, I want that. Oh, my kids want that. Oh, my kids need this. And it's just, my mind spirals out of control until the damage has just been done, and it's just led to a lot of problems in my life. And so I have a total of $80,000 in credit card debt because of this. I was recently diagnosed with bipolar disorder, so it kind of all makes sense now, but it is something that I am struggling with, and I'm sharing.
This girl is $80,000 in credit card debt, and she admits she cannot stop spending. Whether she has the money or not, she buys things in the moment and worries about the cost later. She struggles to save anything because whatever comes in quickly goes back out again. She also has bipolar disorder, which can make impulsive spending much harder to control, especially during certain periods. Now the minimum payments and interest are taking over, but the spending habits have not fully stopped. This is not just about making a budget. She needs proper support, spending limits, and a plan that removes easy access to credit while she works on the reasons behind the behavior. At $80,000, the debt is serious, but the first step is stopping it from growing any further.
I am £22,000 in debt, and I'm using Vinted to help me clear that debt. And I thought I would do a breakdown of my monthly payments for each of my debts and how much interest is added and whether or not I make any overpayments on those balances. So to start, we have my Amex card. So I will typically pay between £600 to £800 on this. And the interest this month has been £72. Ordinarily, I pay this off in full, so I don't get interest. My TSB loan is £214.59 a month, and I get approximately £43.05 interest per month, and I try and make an overpayment of about £30 to £50 a month on that one. My HSBC loan is £265.97, but there's no interest added monthly on this because it was added when I took out the loan, so I'm paying off the overall loan. My HSBC credit card is £40 a month, and I typically overpay between £5 and £10. There's no interest on that one yet, so I just overpay whatever's left over in that account. And my MBNA one is £39.03 a month. There's no interest yet, but there will be from next month because one of the interest-free periods runs out. I'm going to look to see if I can do a balance transfer though, to avoid the interest. So the total that I am paying to clear off my debt per month is £1,159.59. And at the moment I am being charged £116.05 in interest across the loans and credit cards.
People often focus on the amount they borrowed, but don't realize how much interest can add on top of it. When you're only making minimum payments, a large part of that payment can go towards interest instead of reducing the actual balance. Over months and years, you could end up paying thousands more than you originally spent. That's why credit card debt can feel like it's barely moving, even when you're paying it every month.
I was hiding over $55,000 worth of credit card debt from my husband over about a year span. And it wasn't until February of this year that I could no longer take it, and I wanted to sit him down and fully confess to him, because I knew that it was so unfair that he was helping me pay for this debt that he didn't even know about it. So in February, I sat him down, I confessed, and I told him everything. Now, I know you probably have 1,000,001 questions. Please feel free to drop them in the comments, any questions that you have, and I will answer every one of them with 100% honesty and full transparency. I decided to share our journey because not only did I know that it would help me stay accountable, but that I could also hopefully help people that are possibly in the same situation or similar situation that I was in.
I'm honestly shocked she managed to hide $55,000 of debt from her husband for a full year. That is such a huge amount of money to keep secret, and I can only imagine the stress of trying to cover the payments and make sure he didn't find out. But at least she did eventually tell him. It must have been an awful conversation, but telling the truth was the only way they could properly deal with it. The debt is bad, but hiding it for so long could have caused even more damage to their marriage. At least now everything is out in the open, and they can decide what to do next together. Hope you enjoyed the video. Please subscribe for weekly videos.